What happens when you find out that you're amidst a like-minded group of people who also would do something that we call the bink bonk if you run into a spider the size of your shoe? Welcome to Pardon the Distraction.
Damn it.
Everyone, and welcome back to Pardon the Distraction, your amazing podcast where we don't talk about anything for longer than 7 seconds because we can't keep track of it. I'm one of your hosts, DJBLUEPDX. I'm here with, of course, my co-host from the most host. It is TheLostDrake.
That drifted off task. I can't even talk anymore. Look, I lost sentence before we got to 7 seconds. Well,
language is fun.
Yeah.
Yes. We're working on not swearing, so that's what we're going to try and do. But the upside is we've also got a few people with us today that are going to be joining us and also trying to not say the word There we go. We've got coming in from the UK at CyberSkull 2002. We've also got Kaylee, String 3, and our very own editor for the channel. It's TheCombatRhino.
Hello, hello.
Hi, guys.
This is where you say hi,
Hello.
Kaylee.
There you go. Now you can talk.
What?
Kaylee is the
Jesus,
worst.
you know, they were
by the
much
way.
more
They
were much more feisty when Discord was deciding to the bed, and that's, you know.
Now,
But
they
now
don't
that we've
wanna
got it
talk at all
working,
because now we're just putting him on the spot again. Except String, I think he likes to talk secretly, and that's why he's
Yes.
just waiting for his chime in. Because then he's like, "Hello."
well, which he's going to get a chance to. Before we get to that, let's cover some of the things that we've done here at the podcast recently. We've just gotten back from your very first Dreamhack in San Diego, which was amazing. We did everything. I DJ'd the party. We packed out the Hard Rock Hotel. You got to play some great games, meet a brand new company that I believe flirted a lot with you. I met the wonderful people. We both met the wonderful people over at Snapdragon Processors from Qualcomm. They are part of Snapdragon Esports, and they are bringing everything mobile gaming to the front of the lines when it comes to competition, and it's been really interesting to watch it evolve. So, Drake, tell me a little bit about your experience at Dreamhack since it was your first time.
Yeah, I didn't get a jersey, so I'm pissed.
Sorry, I need chapstick.
Hey.
Wow.
I had a great time. It was actually really awesome. I got an opportunity to hang out with CLX. As always, they actually wanted me to come out, so we ended up teaming up, and I got to stream live from the booth along with a bunch of stuff where, as always, I break everything. And whether and they are now convinced that I'm going to be their stress tester for all electronics because every time I sit down, something damn breaks. Which is also what happened to this podcast. As we were starting it, everything broke, and we are re-recording again because everything is not awesome. And we're here. But Dreamhack was fun. I got to keep DJ calm because he was freaking the fuck out because he hasn't done a DJ set. I mean,
I haven't done a live set since before the pandemic, like in front of people. It's always been on stream because the pandemic kind of killed all. My world tour was supposed to happen in 2020. It did not happen. Everything got canceled. Half the companies aren't in business anymore. So it was a little bit of a, oh God, can I do this? And then once I got into it and they started talking to me and I'm mixing tracks just by sight without my headphones on. And I remember Nicole looked at me and she says, "You're doing this without headphones?" Well, yeah, because we're having a conversation. She goes, "What the fuck are you worried about?" So, yeah. God damn it. But anyway, so that happened. But you know what is exciting is that despite that happened, you had an incredible opportunity today. You jumped back into a friendship with a company that we both used to be involved with, and that is the wonderful people over at Xbox. You took over their channel today for none other than Destiny 2 raids.
Yep, it was actually pretty awesome. We got to show everybody the new Root of Nightmares raid, and we ran through. We actually finished a challenge, and then also, too, we ended up doing the King's Fall raid, and we did it in record time with amazing content creators, which actually one of them, I don't know what he's laughing about, but he's dying laughing right now.
You said, wait, Root of Nightmares?
Yeah.
So I guess you could say you do run, you do run.
Yes.
There we go.
Did you not hear me singing that earlier?
No, but now I've said it.
Damn it. But no,
it's in his head.
Actually,
Yes.
Kaylee and String and Rhino, who are also with us as well, they obviously run Destiny with us as well. But they were with us during my Xbox run today. run.
I do run. I do run.
But yes, it was really interesting. It was a full circle moment for me because obviously, I was on Mixer and then we were no longer part of Mixer. But this is the first time I've worked with Microsoft and Xbox since the Great Fall. And I will tell you right now, and as I said today on stream as well, it not only was it a full circle moment for me, but also the fact that it goes to show that all my hard work and dedication has paid off because they still see me after all these years when a lot of people have given up or left or quit. And that hard work and dedication definitely paid off. So it was a really good moment for me. We had a great time. 3 hours front and center on Xbox's official Twitch channel. My mods got to take a part of it. They were actually Xbox official mods for 3 hours, which was kind of cool.
Right.
And then and DJ was hanging out in chat. Everybody was just having a good time. So it was an awesome opportunity. Then now we're here recording a podcast, hanging out.
So what happened was, like, you guys were all in your squad. I was over here playing a little stuff in the back end with the Gummy Bear Ninja, and then Cyber popped in, and we got to talking, and now Cyber's part of this whole group. And what I want to do is I want to run through each of our guests and have them introduce themselves, tell us what you do, and how you got involved with the Lost City. Cyber, take it away.
Hello. I'm Cyber, and I'm doing biomedical science. We spoke before. And I do analytics science, and I do based cancer research and general analytics.
He's a smart mother. Okay.
Yeah,
that's all you need to know.
He's the smart of the group.
Yeah.
So
not necessarily. String smart too.
Well, and Cyber now, you're in your final year?
Yes, I'm on my final year. Last module, and I'm finished.
In London.
Congratulations. Right? And where are you? Where are you going to uni at?
University of Westminster in London.
Nice.
Damn.
Nice.
That is quite a prestigious institution, to be fair.
Oh, yeah.
So, well done. Well done.
So what you're saying is he's a real smart.
Yes.
Got it.
We're gonna play with these buttons so much today. So how'd you get involved with the Lost City?
Oh, I just randomly joined after watching one of LostDrake's streams. Found it
Which one,
interesting,
though?
Decided to join. It was a while back when you were playing in what was it? There was a specific DLC I forgot the name of. It was like you were doing a raid of some sort, and I was watching you do it, and I was like really intrigued.
Oh,
I
nice.
decided to ask one of the chats in the group, how do I join you guys? And they just hooked me up.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, welcome in.
Yeah, we're glad you're here. See, it's full circle. Honestly, today has been a full circle moment. A lot of people have been coming around. A lot of people have been quiet. The pandemic, a lot of people started lurking. And now people are slowly coming out of their shells. Unlike our next guest, Kaylee, who refuses to talk to us even when we have him here. He refuses to talk to us. And he was the only person on the stream today during the Xbox when we specifically said you can't use the word. He still did it. How you doing, Kaylee?
It was heat of the moment.
Well,
Leave
you know
me
what?
alone.
Was it the final countdown?
I mean, it could have been.
So Kaylee has been kind of essential in not only being a Sherpa and trainer for junior leaguer
kindergarten
bullshit artists like me who can't seem to figure out how to get a headshot. And Kaylee has been nice enough and kind enough to wander people like me and others through the game on multiple occasions so that we can finally get up and not look like a bunch of little bitches. I'm having so much fun with this button. Bitches.
Man, you love your beat button, huh?
Do me a favor, dude. Go yourself.
Hey, you know what? I gotta say to that. Why don't you tickle that little...
I'm actually leaving. Goodbye.
What?
No!
No, I'm leaving.
Okay.
Lies.
Come on back.
Yes. Now, Kaylee, how did you get involved with the Lost City and here with Pardon the Distraction?
You?
Me?
Specifically
Got it.
you.
Perfect. All right, there we go.
Yeah, he's a man of many words.
Yes. So Kaylee's been part of the Respawn All-Stars, which is my community, for a minute. And
What was it? I got pulled into the raid with you, and they had an extra slot, so I ended up slipping in, and I've been there since.
Here we are.
And yet here we are. Awesome.
Yes.
And what do you do for shits and giggles in life?
I do a lot of, well, actually not a lot of.
Depends on how much helium he's had.
Leave me alone. I do programming every now and then, and I've been completely not doing that. I was very distracted. I have very bad
ADHD.
Well, it's not AD. No, I don't have ADHD.
Pardon the distraction. Distraction of the pardon. P and the D.
Yes. You have a little P in your D?
Yeah.
Wait, that's not what I meant.
What?
DJ?
Sir.
It came out of my mouth, and then I realized. Actually, I shouldn't even start the sentence like that either. Moop.
You meant procrastination.
Moop.
Yeah, there it is.
Moving on.
Hey, String.
String, how long have you been playing string instruments?
String instruments, I don't play any instruments, so there you go.
But you're string 3. Now, does that
Okay,
because string 3 rhymes with string cheese? Are you cheesy?
No, I'm not.
You like mac and cheese?
So the name comes from my army days. They called my last name is Stringfellow, so they called me String. And then the other 2 Stringfellows are on my mantle behind me, because I'm the third. So
there you go. Awesome.
Nice.
Well, now I've got string the third. That actually explains it. So I'm no longer going to just assume that you're a cello player and invite you to play at my funeral.
I was just going to add a button saying drop the bass.
Right. Drop the bass. So String, how did you get involved in the community?
Just kind of like Kaylee did. My buddy Ginger Ninja was like, "Hey, come do this raid now." I was like, "Oh,
Ginger Ninja."
I was like, "All right, cool." And I just started streaming. He was like, "You need to meet Drake. Drake's cool." And I played with Drake, and then I got into the raid today, and then I got sucked into this podcast.
Liar!
Yep. Listen. We are very good at bringing people on board of things. It's kind of like hookers and gonorrhea. You can't get rid of us without a pill. Up next,
or just forget about us in Vegas. What?
Our editor and channel master, it is none other than the very own person who actually would like to see 2 different rhinos in combat, because he didn't necessarily believe it was possible in... Oh, shit, what was that movie?
Horny.
You know, I lost my place.
Outback.
No, I lost my place and thought, now I'm dead. For Combat Rainbow Haria.
Rainbow?
Combat Rainbow.
Combat Rainbow?
Combat Rainbow. Wow. You know, I've been called a lot of things in my day, but I don't think I've ever been called.
Change your name to Combat Rainbow now.
Christ.
Woo.
Yes.
All right, I need a new graphic design so that the combat is now just rainbow and unicorns, but that's it. All right, let's go.
I mean, to be honest, rhinoceri are simply just fat unicorns.
They are. I have a T-shirt. Literally says that. My mom got it for me. Shout out to Mama
amazing.
Rhino.
Mama Rhino got the fat unicorn. Sure.
It's like it's like save the chubby unicorns.
Funny, that's fucking hilarious. Funny story is that when my very first time when I was in Australia, the first place that I went was to go to the Australia Zoo in Brisbane, because they have a male rhino that is been basically raised by hand, and his name is also DJ. And so I got to go meet and feed and pet and hang out with DJ for like a good hour and a half, and that was cool.
That was the Norwal at San Diego.
And rhinos are legitimately giant puppies. That's it. They're just giant dogs with slightly different assets. Yeah, that's the thing. So
and God forbid they get running.
There you go. How did you get involved in the wonderful joys of the Lost City? And pardon the D.
Well, the cool story is they found me. I was actually just recently started streaming, and randomly during one of the streams, I get a couple of messages from Drake, and he's just like, "Hey man, are you ready for it?" I'm like, "Probably not, because I don't know what's going on, but sure." and he hit me with a raid after asking me a couple of questions, what I was trying to do. At that point in time, I was trying to get affiliate. I only had a couple of followers. And so he raided me, and then he was streaming with a couple other buddies, and they all raided me, helped push me over the edge to get the affiliate and, really start getting much more involved in streaming and being able to, do what I'm doing now. And, that was probably a little under a year and a half ago, I think.
Yeah.
I
think so.
And, it's just been one of those things, back and forth. And I just kind of kept at Drake saying, hey man, anything you need, let me know. And he's like, hey man, do you know how to video edit?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because neither of us were capable of doing it. I would be on YouTube, but I can't stand it.
I'm capable of doing it. I just don't have time to do it because there's so I
have zero patience, and I have tons of other shit going on right now.
What?
I don't have patience. I have clients.
I hate you.
God damn it!
I'm gonna have to start taking notes as to what to edit out. Jeez.
Yes. There we go.
The bad dad jokes will just make it a hour
Listen.
worth of stream.
Right? There you go. So we've got a bunch of fun things coming up for the podcast. We've got some great new guests. Today's day one with our group of community members. We've got some questions and some a Q&A session coming up. We've also got in the upcoming weeks, we're going to be preparing for several different events that are happening. We've got Dreamhack Dallas coming up on the first weekend in June, plus, which I will actually be there and be DJing at again. We've got a great big game stuff. Next week is the Dying Light 2 DLC launch. No, that's this week.
This week, yeah.
And I know it's Wednesday, and I'm not going to be here on Wednesday because, should we tell them? We could tell them, right?
What?
The podcast.
Yeah.
All right. So I will be periodically, potentially, possibly distracted or absent over the next several months. My mom was diagnosed on Wednesday with stage 4A ovarian cancer. They found it in her lungs, and that's not near the ovary at all, so that could be a problem. She starts chemo on Wednesday, which is 2 days from today. So I will be there. She's doing chemo every 3 weeks for the first several months, and then we'll see where it's at.
Yeah.
So that is what's going on, which is really interesting because, of course, Cyber works in cancer research on a blood level.
Oh, yeah. We basically do that. Yeah. What is that?
So can I ask a question about just from a sheer informative standpoint? Can you explain what 4A is?
4A?
Yeah.
It's essentially it's like a terminal kind of thing, but I wouldn't say it's terminal. It's reaching the point of terminal. However, it's like at its last stages before it reaches it, and you have to make sure you have to get it done and sorted, get rid of all the tumors, go through chemo, try and dispose of all the tumor cells that's left until it gets to the point where it's all cleared out. So essentially, it's a very low chance of survival, unfortunately, but you got to make do with what you can.
Well, and if anybody's ever met my mom, they know that one thing that motivates her is telling her what she can and cannot do. Because she will basically say, I love that you think this is going to work, but also go yourself.
Yep.
I'll do what I want to do. Please don't tell me how to live my life.
Yep.
And so I fully support her and my and I believe good things will happen. But again, out of our control. It is what it is, and it will happen the way that it's supposed to happen. But yeah, like it's very interesting that this all happened like on Wednesday, and then suddenly you just popped into the chat, and now you're here, which is good stuff.
Yep.
So are you also a Destiny player?
Yes, I am. I played Destiny since Destiny 1 and the beta as well.
When it was Goliath.
I had fun playing around. Oh yeah. So I had fun playing around Destiny 1, Destiny 2. I just haven't played the most recent expansion pass as obviously I was busy with my studies.
Yep.
And a lot
Being
of
a doctor does that.
Yeah, I had little to no free time until just recently. I'm just taking a few breaks.
Yeah.
Nice.
And who else in here is also in the medical field?
I am in nursing school, String.
There we go. String. So, String, tell us a little about what your focus is with nursing school, because you're obviously also in the medical profession.
We'll say that again. Sorry, you broke up.
Well, there are a lot of different fields for nursing. Whether you're going to be a surgical resident or whether you're an inpatient, outpatient, orthopedics. What you've been most interested in kind of becoming your specialty?
I want trauma. I want to do ER. I'm actually, after that, I want to go to what they call flight medic school.
Yep.
To fly on the Mercy flights and stuff like that. Kind of missed the adrenaline rush from the Army. So I climbed trees and did that tree work for the last 6 years out of the Army. So I want to do something not as hard as my body.
Trauma ER is definitely going to keep that adrenaline going. You got to think on your feet. You got to be fast about it. And those trauma, I would say anybody who's working in trauma and working in an ER, that is a special level of commitment to the craft that is amazing. So congratulations and thank you again for your service. That is awesome.
And then I just have a total side note. Have both of you seen Scrubs?
Yes.
I've watched Scrubs.
Okay.
Yes.
So, out of all the characters in Scrub, who would you say you are?
That is a good question.
I have no idea. And there's nobody like me on Scrubs.
Oh, there's always somebody that's like you on Scrubs.
I feel like you're more of an
here's a better question.
You're more of an Ethan Hunt I feel like you're more of an Ethan Hunt from Grey's Anatomy.
That's fair.
I would say Zach, maybe.
Maybe Zach?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
He's more of like the science professional guy, you know.
True.
Science
True.
guy.
I could see String being Turk. Because he's always like going around slapping high fives, and he also works in the ER, and he's also a surgeon.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah.
That
could happen.
That's String.
I could see that.
Yep.
Yep. Speaking of high fives,
I love that show, and it was just in my head, so I went with it.
It's a great show. Speaking of high fives, one person I've had to high five recently for making sure that I don't die, picking my bitch ass up every goddamn time I turn around to find that something is in my face trying to kill me. Kaylee.
Hello.
4 seconds. 4 seconds for him to respond. I was waiting for it. I was counting.
I saw you counting. I'm like, oh god.
I was waiting. I was hoping it was gonna be longer, but it didn't. We're gonna break you into your social anxiety if you didn't know that.
Yes.
I had to unmute. I had to move my hand over my.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Poor puddin' sad.
Hey,
God, I'm gonna go down.
hey, get good, sir. Okay, get good. None of that. Okay.
Yes. Now, you've obviously been playing and gaming for a minute, but you're also so what is it that you're looking to do with your future?
Man, I don't know. I'm probably just gonna go join the military because with
You're a baby
programming.
too.
I am 18. Yes.
I was
turn
waiting for
19
him to
next
say
month.
that.
Oh, well.
There you
I
go.
am little BB.
I'm leading questions. Okay, that's what a good host does.
Yes.
Yeah, DJ.
Or answers for them.
Yeah.
Whatever.
There you go. That's also a thing. All right. So you're looking to possibly go into military service. Who are you looking at? Because right now we've got advocates for the Air Force, the Navy, and the Army, except for I would say go for the Air Force rather than the Navy.
I mean,
Go for
I'm
the
too
Air Force
tall
and the
to.
Army.
I'm just. I don't
What do you mean
know.
you're too tall for the Air Force?
If I wanted, because if I wanted to join the Air Force and stuff, I wanted to be a pilot. I'm too tall
No, you're not.
to be a pilot.
No, you're not.
How freaking tall are you?
I'm sure there's recliner seats. I'm sure.
Hold on. How
I know.
tall are you?
I know one of my friends who was.
He's beating around the bush. I want to know.
I know. Watch this kid be like 6'8". How tall are you?
Hang on. I can't remember what the height requirement for.
No,
That's not the
what
question.
is your
How
height?
tall are you?
6'4".
That's not that bad. I
That's
knew
not
somebody
bad.
was
That's
6'7"
that's
and
the
was a
cap.
pilot.
That is the cap though.
I think it's 6'7".
Like
That's the
6'7"
limit.
is the cap.
But
But you
example,
would only be able to
there's
fly
also
certain things.
certain things.
Like bombers,
Not all.
definitely. You probably wouldn't be able to fit in an A-10.
If you could stand up in the cockpit, I could probably fit in that.
Yeah. Well,
A10, certainly. Certainly
Okay.
not, sorry.
We love
B-52
the
all day.
titanium bathtub.
yeah. So the right now the current current requirements are you will have to be between 64 to 77 inches tall when standing and 34 to 40 inches tall when sitting, which means if you have a really long torso, there's a very good chance that you will be too tall for the cockpit.
Ooh.
From my dad's side of
God damn it.
my dad's side of the family has long torsos. So I don't know.
So you got to wear those long t-shirts. Otherwise, a regular t-shirt's going to be a midriff.
You're going to be on the poop deck.
Oh, God.
Gotta wash.
Not to be confused with poop.
Poop deck versus poop.
What?
For the military, because I don't have
Yeah,
much
that's
of
just
a
gonna have a
future
hard
for
time.
programming.
One's just called poor positioning.
Look.
The other is called poor placement.
Some of the best musicals take place on the deck. All right? I'm just saying.
Swap the deck.
We are terrible, terrible fucking people.
That's only because we're on the
That's
military.
what makes
we're
it
used
so
to,
great.
I mean, it's not as
Yes.
bad as a crab, but whatever.
Yeah, speaking
That's for
of...
another
No,
day.
I am not telling that story.
No, that is Guild City. Speaking of all things
Not
Animal
actual crabs,
Kingdom...
by the way. I don't have crabs. If anybody starts speculating on it.
God damn it.
Lost Drake has crabs. No, I do not have crabs.
God
My
forbid.
wife would be very pissed.
I still love the
Or
fact
she'd
that
have a
y'all
seafood
make the
bake.
joke
One of the
with
two.
string
Wait,
playing
what?
the cello.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, what else has 3 bars aside from the string section?
String doesn't play the cello. I play the violin though.
Hey, String,
Wow,
I
but you-
legitimately.
aren't you glad
play
you're
it.
here?
But string, you know what string does? I bet you string eats
More
cheese.
interesting
And there
work
is
than
string
me.
cheese.
I do like
It
string
peels,
cheese.
Look at
Hold on,
that.
What kind of
I
string
got-
cheese?
I got you.
I made a dairy joke.
There we go.
but you can't.
The
eat
cheap
cheese.
kind from Dollar Store. I love that stuff.
No, cheese head or buff. Cheese head
Oh,
or buff.
God. I'm going to be honest, like, because I heard you mention something about string cheese on your show
Well, we
earlier.
were talking about pizza. Remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We're
'Cause
talking about pizza, and you were like, "I can't eat it because cheese. I love
Oh,
pizza."
I
but
had
cheese."
pizza last night, and I swear to God, I already had the longest shit of the morning
He looked
possible.
like the Exorcist from his rear.
It just bloats. I get the bubble gut, and then it just it's all coming out. It's like a multi-flush situation.
Wow.
I've said too much.
Oh, you want
That's
to
a
eat
royal
pizza?
flush.
Well, you have to do it on the toilet.
Yep.
Wow.
But again, I get the Costco bag, like box of unopened like toilet paper. I'll sit it there with plug the charger in, open up my laptop, and I'll just sit there and do my business, which takes usually an hour, and I'll just watch a show.
yeah.
Boots up Netflix.
I've been trying to install a TV in my bathroom for years, and they won't let me.
What you need to get
I
is
have
one of those
seen people
mirrors.
do.
Get one of those mirrors that is also a TV that turns back
I know,
into
those
a
things
mirror,
are so cool, but they're so expensive.
and you can't put them anywhere near
Drake,
moisture because they
literally
will
just
fucking
give me
Well,
short
the
that
light.
circuit.
doesn't work for
I'll
me because I
make you a
take like
custom
2-hour
one.
showers. I'm such an a-hole. I literally do, man. I have a process. All right, look, and I don't know if anybody else does this. And look, I'm going to be open and public about this because I want to know
Oh,
if
God,
anybody
here we
else
go.
does this. No, here we
Okay.
go. All right. No, legitimately, I have a process when I poo. All right. I straight up. yes. I
Poop talk,
literally,
poop talk.
I will turn on the shower. Because look, first off, nobody wants to waft in their own poo smell. That's gross. All right, so I turn on the
Also,
shower.
you don't want to have everybody else in the house hear what's
look,
happening.
Look. So I turn on the shower and I steam that bitch out. I'm like in a fucking sauna, and then I sit there and I just chill. But I'll be on my phone. I'm doing my thing, right? You know, pants down my ankles, just chilling, having a good time, enjoying myself. Then my leg. But this is how I know it's time to get up. My leg my bad
Starts
leg
cramping
starts to
up?
go numb. So that's
yeah.
when I gotta get up to take a shower. It's like my human built-in timer. I get up, I take a shower. Well, obviously I wipe my business, and then I flush. I take a shower. I get out. It's like a 2-hour process, and I do it every single day. And my wife goes, "What the hell do you do in there?" I go, "You know what? You take baths. Don't give me shit."
And that's why you take but also you have your Steam Deck in there so that you can at least play video
That's
games
true.
to process.
I do, but the only problem is the Steam Deck puts off more heat than the shower.
Also that. You are not wrong, sir. That thing's a little
It
heater.
gets so hot, dude. Which I'm
Oh,
actually
God.
really excited. I'm not gonna lie, because AMD is
new-
coming out with a brand new handheld.
The Asus. Yeah, the Asus ROG is going to be
handheld.
wicked.
It's twice as fast. It
Yep.
also has built-in Game Pass.
I want one of those so bad.
I do. And I'm hoping with me being partnered, you know, AMD, if you're listening, you know, Drake, AMD Red Team. Me and
Maybe
DJ
they'll send
will
us
review
both
those
ones
on the podcast.
Yes.
And
I'm
we
being
would
able
love
to
give you our reviews on them. And we'll do a box opening as well. I actually am going to be doing 2 box openings soon too, DJ. I actually got a brand new MSI case. They sent it to me. They want me to do a box opening. And I also got a brand new motherboard from MSI. And I'm actually going to do a full comprehensive review on them. And we're going to give those out. Most likely what I'm going to do is as I get parts in, AMD has been so great to me, and they have a lot of partnerships with a lot of different companies. But also, you know, recently we've been working with CLX, and they've been so great to me as well. And the way it's leaning, we may have some crossovers here very soon in the future. So
very soon.
I will keep you guys all posted on that. But literally, what?
Yeah. There you go.
I don't know. You were going to say something.
You said I was going to say speaking of crossovers.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of crossovers, there was a huge Star Wars announcement that happened over the weekend, and it was massive with all of the different crossover events, shows, and movies that are going to start tying all of these different independent shows together, and it's incredible.
Yep.
And Combat Rhino, I need you to I'm going to mark this moment because this is where we're going to have to blur some stuff. Okay,
mark it.
Blur some ish. Got it.
Okay. Part of that means that on May the 4th, I am going to be able to reveal what's in this box direct from Logitech.
So you're going to have to put like a cutout of his head over the top of it.
And it's like smiling.
Like right now, just smiling with 2 big X's over it. So like it just looks, not that. It doesn't blur out that.
Blur that one out, please.
God damn it. Just put like a big jackass over his face on that
There you
part.
go.
Giving Rhino away.
But it'd be even better though if it was like positioned just right. It'd be like a donkey show. Wait, oh my god.
Shinola. So we will definitely be opening that.
What?
We will definitely be opening that up on stream. That'll be great.
Yes. And yes.
Yeah. So excited about that.
And then also the Star Wars celebration too. There was a lot of things that. Well, anybody who hasn't watched the last 2 episodes of Mando.
No spoilers today. No spoilers.
I'm not spoiling. But there was some big artists and people that were celebrities that were on the last 2 episodes that really blew some people's minds. You guys might want to check that out. Maybe we'll talk about it next week. But also, speaking of Star Wars, I mean, we talked about this briefly. We've got a bunch of big games that are coming out in the next 3 weeks. So we'll end this podcast recording out talking about the upcoming games and also the tragic, weird, interesting conversation about the 30 frames per second with Redfall.
Yeah, so let's start with. I want to start with talking with our guests. So, Cyber, Kaylee, String, and Combat Rhino. Let's talk a little bit about what games you're looking forward to that are about to be coming out here in the next couple of weeks. Because we do have quite a large number of them. Well, let's go in reverse order. Combat Rhino, what are you looking forward to that's coming out in the next several weeks?
Honestly, the big one that I'm really looking forward to is the new Star Wars. That just looks like it is going to be an absolute blast to run around and go through trash mobs.
Yeah. Yep. Fully agree. Obviously, Connor Monaghan takes on and redeems his role in that game from the first. And anybody who played it absolutely fell in love with it. That game is probably one of...
See what I did there?
It was a shameless plug. God damn, you beat me to the joke. All right. There you go.
We are around each other too much. We can't even joke anymore because we cut off each other's jokes.
I know. So, String, what about you?
Diablo.
Diablo 4.
Wait for that to come out.
Yeah, we were actually talking about that. So, did you actually play the beta?
I absolutely did. I have like all the characters at level 25.
Okay. So, here's my question for you. Now, with the latest patch notes and everything that they just did and said that they are going to do, and they also talked about all the changes that they're making because they listened to the community, what is going to be your starting character?
Ooh, good question.
Oh, the druid, probably. because there's nothing better than turning into a bear and smashing the shit out of everything.
Yes.
I mean, shoot out of everything.
I'm gonna be honest. It's really difficult for me to bear your language.
Some
That's 'cause
people
I'm
might
from
say it's
Montana.
transformative.
Why are we here?
Okay. Damn it. Kaylee, tell us what are you looking for? What are you looking forward to that's coming up here in the next couple of weeks when it comes to game launches?
I don't really know like half of the games that are coming out right now, but one thing that I am kind of excited by, I don't know if they're going to actually open it up, is the Unreal Engine 5.2 tech demo that they had done.
Oh yeah.
I'm really interested to see if they'll actually open that up for public use as like a demo thing.
They actually did say the release date on that. They're actually so there's going to be 5-stage patch, and the new MetaHuman system and the recording system, along with 5.2.3. Both of those are going to be going live sometime this summer. They didn't give a specific, but they are coming live this time summer. And when those become available, that's going to be kind of game changing, because literally, like, we could scan our face and be put into a video game. So really freaking cool. And everything is skeletal based too. So you can literally, like, me and DJ could put our heads on Fortnite characters and make our own characters and then drop them in a game and play.
I would be a bobblehead. I'm going to be really honest.
Put your face on them. I got a 360 Connect, so I got body tracking.
There you go. Now, one thing I will say, Kaylee, as much as like you aren't necessarily always paying attention to what's coming out when it comes to games, but you are always paying attention to how you can break a game, because you love backdooring maps.
Okay, leave my Destiny 2 fascination of there's a big hole in the map. Let me go check that out.
He finds his way into the most obscure places on these maps, and it's fucking hilarious. Sorry.
I love taking you through that legendary campaign and just being under the map and you going,
he would show up like across the way. I'm like, how are you even over there? I found the hole, and I try and jump to him and die.
I can't wait to show you how to do, or me doing slipstreams.
Yeah,
you'll just look upwards and you'll see me
always
going
been
across the
notorious
map.
for like hidden breaking points. Like I remember when Destiny 2 first came out, and you went to the Dreaming City for the very first time, and you could you could go inside the map and literally break it and go inside of it and go into the raid before it was even live. Like that type of stuff.
That was so cool. That was so cool.
Yeah.
CyberSkull, what are you looking forward to? Because I know you got to finish your tests at uni, and then you've got a little time
before you come out and play.
Yeah.
No, I've been looking forward to a specific kind of game for me. For me, it's from a Nintendo Switch game. It's on the 12th of May. It will be the new Zelda game, Tears of Kingdom.
Yes.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Yes,
that
it
one
is
I'm
coming.
really looking forward to. It looks really nice. Saw the trailer, and the E3 when it came out aired on the when was it? It was like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I was really looking forward to it.
Yeah. Yes. And we're going to be giving away, because of my amazing sponsor over at Capcom, we're actually going to be giving away a Nintendo OLED soon.
Nice!
Yeah, in the next 3 days, we're going to be doing that because a little bit of segue, but also go back to Nintendo. The brand new anime for Mega Man just was announced and is out. And a lot of people are super excited about it because obviously Mega Man hasn't really had anything in a very long time, but they just came out with the Battle Network game, which isn't my type of game. I'm not going to lie. It's not my type of game, but the anime looks really cool. But Nintendo is also, at the end of this month, also has the new Monster Hunter patch that's coming out that's adding all the stuff that PC and multiple other places have not had before. So those are going to be coming, kind of jumping around, along with Xbox and I believe PlayStation as well. But yes, I am right there with you. I am going to be playing the living out of Legend of Zelda when it comes out.
Yeah.
I am so excited for it. And I did happen to get my hands on one of the limited edition OLED Legend of Zelda Switches, so I'm super excited about it. Yes.
Okay, so I will say because I know you're super excited about that. We're both super excited about Star Wars Jedi Survivor that's going to be coming out on the 28th. Coming out this Friday, however, is the continuation of a game series that has Well, it's achieved just massive reviews. In their first iteration, we had Dead Island and then Dead Island Riptide, which was a slight continuation. Coming up this Friday is the final extension that we've been waiting years for. This game originally came out on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, and now it's going to be coming out on the latest gen consoles and PC. It's Dead Island 2.
Yes, and it will be at 60 frames per second.
Yes.
Which has been a very controversial topic, but yes.
Yeah,
I'm really excited about it. It's actually one of the only zombie games I really liked, other than Dying Light.
Yeah,
Dying Light was amazing.
Same people.
Yeah. So that in itself, I love those type of like parkour, build up, smash, make anything type. Plus, it's 4-player co-op. So that in itself is awesome. Yes, we can all play together. So, I definitely am planning on playing that. I know me and DJ were talking about that. But also, Dying Light 2.
Yeah, this Wednesday.
Wednesday is having a brand new DLC, and they're going to be announcing some new stuff, too, that is going to be adding to the game over time.
Yep.
So we're going to dive into that either tomorrow or Wednesday. I don't know what day we're doing it. We need to kind of figure that out. But we'll figure out the details on that, but Techland has been so good about supporting us, and
they've dropped so many exotic weapons on me.
Yeah, and they also gave me a copy of PC, so I can actually play with you on PC, which is nice.
Which is great. Yeah.
That's the only downfall I did not like about the game, is that it wasn't cross-play, cross-save. That was the only thing. But other than that, it was great. Yeah.
From the netcode based side, I completely understand why it was difficult. Unlike with Dying Light 1, which is a very different source. But that was the thing. Dead Island had that crossplay netcode built in. So that's why I think there's a difference in that level of robust dynamics that you've got within the game, its design and within its I would say within its level of finish.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say that in a couple of weeks we are going to be talking about coming up at the end of May, and it's a game I got a chance to actually play at PAX East in Boston a few weeks ago, and that is the Lord of the Rings Gollum.
Oh yeah.
I had zero hope for this game whatsoever until I saw it and went, holy shnikes, this looks amazing.
Yeah.
And so we're going to take a little bit more of an in-depth dive in the coming weeks on that, but that is, of course, end of May 25th for that release. So, but I think that's our show. Oh, well, do we want to talk about that?
Yes.
Because that seems like a downside.
We need to talk about it. No, so here's the thing. And I'm going to say this because a lot of people are heated about it, right? A lot of people are heated because it's only going to come out with quality mode and not performance mode at 30 frames per second at 4K. Now, here's the funny thing, right? I've seen the game. I've seen the gameplay at 30 frames per second. The game looks phenomenal. Now, a lot of people are upset about this, that we're on next generation. Why are we playing at 30 frames per second? The main reason why is because development time, right? So development time takes a couple years. Well, this is one of their first big titles since Dishonored, because it's the same company that made Dishonored.
They made Prey and Dishonored, and Dishonored 2.
Dishonored, all those games.
For those who aren't aware, this is Arcane Studios, out of Austin, Texas.
Yep.
Yeah. So, which is great. I'm so glad they're still around. They didn't get absorbed.
Yep. They're their own independent structure underneath Bethesda.
Yeah.
And so, I think they're under the Bethesda group. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure they are.
And so,
but that whole group, they're still making games. They're still doing their own thing. And you know what? Whether they were forced to make sure that they hit those deadlines, because let's be real, how many games have got pushed back to 2024 now, including Suicide Squad got pushed back to 2024.
Yep.
All these other games that people were waiting for and hoping for, and they're still getting pushed back. Even Starfield got pushed back, but it's still guaranteed to come out this year, which is good. That is going to be a big one. I think a lot of people are excited about that. But it better be damn good, because these are the first two first-party titles that are coming underneath Microsoft in quite some time.
I know that you and I have a very specific opinion on, delays and how that works out when it comes to development, especially after the absolute disaster that is Halo Infinite. I would love to hear from our guests to talk like what is your thoughts on when if the developer doesn't feel like it's ready and they delay it, how do you feel about that as a gamer? Let's start at the top. Cyber.
He fell asleep.
CyberSkull studying.
All right, we'll go to String because he's the only one that's not muted.
String. Thoughts.
Well, I would rather a game be pushed back and get more of a complete product, because if you look at Anthem, like I was really hyped for Anthem.
Oh God,
and they rushed it and they rushed it and they rushed it and it just killed the game. So I would much rather, like, Elden Ring was one of the most complete games I've ever played in the last 10 years. Like, there's no microtransactions. You can get all your skins inside the game by skill, not will, right? Like,
which is going to have a DLC coming up soon.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I think that if you have to push a game back, make it the right game the first time. That way your player base doesn't get cut into a third of what it should be. And they did the same thing with the D2. We all played the D2 at launch. Was terrible.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. I love D2, but it was terrible because they rushed
but
it.
I hated how they ended it abruptly.
Yes, and the raid was terrible. So I would, yes, I'm all for push it back, keep my money, but give me a delivered end product that I'm like, damn,
so
that was good.
On that note, let me ask you this, because a lot of games are going in the way of subscription services. Let's just say, for example, like Destiny decided to go on a subscription based, or Redfall, or Diablo, and they said, hey, we're going to continuously give you updated, brand new content. What you're asking for now, this is the thin line, right? You got games like Warframe, right? We've talked about Warframe. If you're not part of the Warframe community, you're never going to be, because there's no way you can just jump into that game. You have no idea what the hell's going on. It's too advanced. But the game is beautiful. And the people that love that game, it is probably one of the best I mean, there's hundreds of worlds. Cosmetics, weapons, guns. Like, it's just so damn beautiful. But it is not linear at all. Like, if you jump in that, you have no idea what the fuck you're doing. Like, but
okay.
So would you prefer a game to be subscription based if you knew that you would get that amount and that quality of product, or would you prefer them to release a one and done game?
I would rather the game build on it, like Destiny. That's why I've been playing since beta D1. I would rather pay $15 a month to keep the guns that I earned and everything that I've done.
No more sunsetting, of course.
Yes. So keep all my content and keep getting more content on a regular basis as a higher quality than I would pay $20 a month to play Destiny. Because it's that good of a game.
Do you think $100 a year is too much money for Destiny?
Not anymore. If you would have asked me 3 years ago when I walked away from the game, for 3 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
it was
the
in a
reason
really
why
bad...
I asked that is because it is $100 for the deluxe edition. Like, if you got the deluxe edition, but that's a year of content on top of the brand new expansion. So if you think about it, right, World of Warcraft, games like that, you would normally buy them. They'd be anywhere from $70 to $150, depending on which version of the collector's edition, DLC items, all that shit, right? Nice save, right? But
like IRL.
You're right. But those type of games, like, we've always expected those because they're MMOs, right? Mm-hmm. Well, Destiny has never been clarified as an MMO. They've always wanted it to be an MMO. That was their original dream. And then the godforsaken company known as Activision got a hold of them and was money. We've heard that from numerous developers. We've heard that from numerous people that worked at Bungie. It has come out. That is no, fine line around it. But Activision also was the one that and this is the only thing that I will give to Activision on this. Without Activision, we would not have Destiny that we have today, because they were the ones backing them to the point to where they got where Sony bought them
Yeah.
And gave them the independence to make whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
We also know that Bungie, for example, is also making another game right now, not even related to Destiny. Then we've got Destiny's game coming to an end, supposedly, in a year and a half. The Light and Dark saga is coming to an end, which means next generation, baby, we're getting designated servers. We're getting 60 frames per second or more. If not, over 100 frames per second on console. We're already in the halfway development cycle of Xbox, Nintendo, and PlayStation 5. So realistically, the new systems are going to be here within 3 years.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, technology, the way it's based, the way technology, I mean, like you look at the AMD processors, they now have 3D chips. And these things are nuts. And then you've got Intel chips, and you've got all these other different things that are evolving and progressing the gaming industry. So where I will go with this is, now that you are in the place that you're at, paying $100 for a full year of content, do you, as a Destiny community member, do you feel that that is too much? And do you have anything that you would like to say to other Destiny community members on that topic?
No, I don't think it's too much. For one, I think Destiny is not only the content you play, but the people you play the content with. So that is, and I know that's one of your main focuses too, is how toxic the community can be, but there's a lot of good people in the community. So, it's like doing raids. I'll do the same raid 9 times a week. Just to help people out. And the people I hang out with, you joke, you laugh, you have fun. That's part of the Destiny experience, right? So I don't think $100 is too much to spend countless hours laughing until you almost fall out of your chair or pee yourself, because Drake's talking like a baby, or TheCombatRhino is mad because I accidentally forgot that I took his job and gave it to somebody else, or whatever the case may be.
About that during the raid, he was salty.
I got subbed out last minute. He's like, "Hey, I'll run with you." Then his buddy came up, and then all of a sudden, I wasn't running.
You're my buddy. I don't know Sherpa.
Cyber, Kaylee, and Rhino. What is your thought on this topic? Like, what is your guys' input on this? Like, what do you think? Like, do you think it's too much? Because I know we all play Destiny here, and do you think that there should be any changes? Is there anything that you would like to see change in the future? Because you know what, you guys all know this. Like, I know a lot of people at Bungie. Obviously, I work with them. Sure. And they're going to hear this. They're going to hear this. And this is good feedback for them. I've always been a strong believer. Me and DJ have both been the same way. And this is the reason why we continuously get hired by companies. Because we can be opinionated and we can be upset about something, but we voice it in a professional manner. We do. Unless DJ's been drinking, then I just got to put a sock in his mouth.
There's a saying that we went through when we were doing all of our development for Outpost Discovery for Halo, and that was a KISS, keep it simple, stupid, but also making sure that your feedback has a purpose, it's descriptive, it is concise, and it is directive. What is it that you're experiencing in the game? Where is it? Why is this disruptive to gameplay, or why does this take you out of the immersive opportunity? What would be your suggestion for fixing it, or how would you prefer to experience this? Like, when you present those things, they take on a much more
productive,
thorough, and effective level of productivity than, yo, man, this section of the game fucking sucks.
This game sucks. Delete. You guys are still playing this? Oh my god,
4, man, all that 4. But anyways,
dead game.
So
dead game.
Yeah,
Dead game.
Let's start with cyber thoughts.
Here's the thing. There's different perspectives to it. There's the aspects of which there are the younger audience of it that play a lot more than the older. Let's say someone of an old age, and that's where it gets all heated up because people
are
of younger age.
Us?
No. I'm saying someone like me, for instance, because I don't have that much free time. But if I was to play the game, if I was to play the game, I obviously wouldn't have as much of, let's say, a reward system. I wouldn't have that many items in comparison to those who played a lot more than I did, because of course they're young, they had a lot more free time.
You better not be talking about me.
No.
Okay.
But let's say if someone like me was to come back into the game and all that. I would like to, have that reset of like that light level and all that bracket, so that someone like me who just paid like, let's say, 60 to $100 of DLC, I would join in, and then I would be able to catch up to those who, let's say, spent over 1,000 hours, and then we'd be able to be on the same, subpar level, so
Yeah.
that the competitive players would be on the same level as those who are casual.
Yeah.
It's just some people may complain, oh, matchmaking and all that sucks, but that's kind of on them because they kind of spent like hundreds of hours just playing competitive nonstop, and that puts them in a bracket against those of the same level.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say people can really complain
Oh
about
my
that.
God.
And then casual
Everybody
players
That's
be on
listening to
the same
this, do
level.
you hear this logic?
Yeah. People.
This is what.
I can hear the keyboard warriors starting up now.
Oh, I hope so.
Oh, I
I
can't wait to
want
read the
everybody to
comment
chime
section.
in, whether you're angry or happy about this. But this is what he is saying.
This is
true.
legitimate. It is
I mean,
absolutely legitimate.
I mean, so I'm just saying the truth, because someone like me, I don't have that much free time, so
Yeah.
I'm just willing to slap down $60 because I work as well. So I'll just slap down $60 and I'll just play whatever that's fun that's available. I'm just a casual player.
Well,
I'm not-
let me ask you this too, because I've always had this philosophy: every hour equals a dollar. If you get a
Yes.
game and you get 60 hours of gameplay, you've got your worth out of that game. I have always been a firm believer, because I put a dollar amount on it, because you got to think about that $1 that you spent, that means
an
the
hour.
million other people that bought it just spent $1 as well, which means they made $1 million for every hour of gameplay. Now, if a video game company, developers are spending, which most development cycles are anywhere from 4 to 6 years before you even hear about them. Bungie is working on DJ makes the joke all the time, Faith, or what are the other ones you called it? Like the expansion onto Destiny. Instead of Destiny, it's Faith, or what was the other one?
Fate.
Fate?
Coming up soon, Destiny 2 Part B, it's Fate. The
Yeah.
question is it Fate or is it Destiny?
Oh my God.
Find out soon.
Yes. But that logic, you got to think about it. They've been working on this for 3 to 5, 6 years, whatever. And they're listening to what's happening now and trying not to make those mistakes in the next game. And so there is a lot of taint from previous developers, board meetings, all this stuff. And yes,
Sorry,
I said, shut up. Because I knew you were going there.
It's fine.
But look, everybody needs a little tickle every now and again. All right. So,
Dear God.
well, God has nothing to do with that. He has risen again. Look.
Oh shit.
Anyway.
Whole conversation once again.
Well,
Off the
look,
rails.
you know
Amount
what?
of red in DJ's face.
Well, look. I was
Imagine
gonna
that
go
microphone
somewhere.
cover.
All right. But anyway, but that's a really interesting way to look at it, though, because it's like you have these development cycles and people are, enjoying them and having a good time and playing these games, but they forget how much time it takes to make them. And instant gratification is this generation. They had to have everything now. They had to have everything the right way the first time. And look, I am a strong believer, the hard work you put in, you're going to have a developed product. There are so many games that have come out that are phenomenal out the gate, but every game has bugs. Every game has bugs. Every game will have hiccups. And I will use Cyberpunk as a prime example. How many people were upset about Cyberpunk and how mad and furious and it screwed? I played on a Series X day one, and all the problems that everybody else was having, saying they couldn't play, was unplayable, it was breaking their systems, it was breaking 3090s. I did not have one person in my community say that it burned out a 3090. I did not have one person say that it burnt out their system in any way, shape, or form. The only thing I heard was, oh, I can't load in sometimes. Oh my God, you should have saw this weird thing. My legs stretched 45 feet and slapped a prostitute across the face. It was funny as hell, and you're like, okay,
to
whatever.
be fair, that is an amusing moment in time.
It's amusing. It's content. And even if you're a regular purchase and you're just playing it offline and you're not even a content creator.
Are we talking about the hooker or are we talking about the game?
Yes. First one, then the
I just want to make sure I'm on the same page about this shit.
This
I
is
wanna
why we
make
can't have nice things, DJ. Ah!
I
want
mean,
to make a point
technically.
about how, like, the instant gratification, how long everything takes. It's just another thing of, like, games get pushed back, etc. It's like, these bugs, you usually, a lot of the time when someone debugs something, it works flawlessly, but in actual build, it's completely different. You can look at Halo modding for that. But it's like, a lot of these things are just, it's one of those weird things, to me at least. Like, I'm trying to get out of my whole thing of instant gratification, because I absolutely hate it. I want to actually do some tougher things and spend time to do things.
Yeah.
But it's like, looking at a game and knowing how long and how much money it goes into it. Like, Destiny, for example, $60 for an expansion, $100 if you get the annual pass and everything. This season, already, I've put in 300 hours.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was
like,
just looking at that.
Like, see what
There's
your
a
time
fair
is.
few of things, like the physics update, that I don't like. Personally, it's been a little more consistent with the phalanx. And I hit the wall, but I survive. But I have 1 HP, so I then get shot and die. So it's a little more like salt to the wound for me. But it's like, I know that that bug isn't exactly easy to
Well, they took that out because
fix.
people try to kill other team members, and they're trying to make it so you can survive without the stress of it. You know.
But I
Yeah,
agree.
and
I'm 205 hours into this game, and
definitely a
it
little
just
bit
came out.
interesting. But it's like, I know why that bug exists, and I know how hard it is kind of to fix, so they have to do some other workaround.
Yeah.
Yep. It's
I
not,
get frustrated.
coding
at it,
is not easy.
but I understand it.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna complain about it too much.
Yeah.
But, well, we have once again gone over our time. Final thoughts, everybody. Let's start at the top. CyberSkull, our resident soon-to-be doctor, is finishing up his final days at the University of Westminster. Final thoughts about gaming and what's coming up, or just in general about being on a podcast as absurd and crazy as this.
In all honesty, I'm just happy to be here, and I'm waiting to join next time if there is.
Sweet.
Definitely.
Awesome. Kaylee.
Great. It's great fun.
At least it wasn't 4 seconds.
Also
Yeah,
that.
it was 2.5.
Yeah.
Some of the jokes that more than likely are not going in this were real hilarious. But definitely, I
Surprised
want
what we
to
put in
play
this.
more of the raids with y'all and stuff.
Yeah.
It's been great fun, and
Yeah.
I want to actually get into actually helping people through things more.
That's what this
Yep.
community is all about, man. That's what we've been trying to build since Mixer.
String. Yeah. String
Is-
3.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. You're good.
String 3, those thoughts?
Well, this has been the funnest thing I've been drug into in a long time. So
Cool.
I
Welcome to
appre- I
our
appreciate
mindset.
the opportunity.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
And now you get
dude.
to be seen by bazillions of people because we're super damn famous.
Said
I
no
just-
one
I just love your
ever.
faces.
Yeah, it's all right. No, I mean, honestly, look, we got partnered on YouTube right before the beginning of the year. We made partnership in December, and we have posted 4 videos since then.
Listen, shit went sideways
Because
in
we
life
didn't
and
have
everything
we
went.
didn't have an editor. Now we have Rhino, so when it gets done, and then
Yeah.
we post it up, and it's good. But just in general, like, this is what we enjoy. We love shooting the shit and making sure that we are having a good time with people who are doing the podcast, but also having guests on the show all the time, because then we get different voices of opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, we talk everything from politics to freaking video games to what's coming out, and I actually want to start doing more of this type of stuff specifically about Destiny and talking about patches and doing more content like that. I think it would be really cool. I mean, I think now at this point, pretty much, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Destiny took Halo's spot for you and your community, DJ, at this point.
Yes, at this point it did. Especially after losing Doc, it just kind of, it's taken its back seat. We've reached the point where at this point, like, Griffball is stuck in Halo 4 on MCC. We can't get H5 on PC because it doesn't translate. And there's a lot of work that needs to be done on the game. And so once that has been accomplished and we've got something to do, we've got a reason to reignite the competitive Griffball community, then at the moment I will do my regular annual Halo 4 tournaments, but there's nothing else for me to do in the game. Nothing. And when I tried to play crossplay with friends on Xbox and me on PC, it was the ping was such a shit show.
You know what? I was just thinking about this. You know what we should freaking do? Between your community, my community, Strings, Rhinos, Angry Ginger Ninja, all the people that we know that are in the Destiny community, we should realistically start like doing community night where we all play against each other in like PvP. And like come up with like fun ways to do stuff like that.
I will shoutcast it because I will just be nothing. I'll be just spawn camp and I'll never survive.
What, you say that though, DJ, but you know how many people like we have just gone in there and just goofed around and had fun.
How good I am at shoutcasting.
I know. Well, I do know. You've shoutcasted yourself while you're playing Fortnite. I know how good you are.
Fair.
You shoutcast yourself. Yes, I know.
He's got all that confidence.
Believe me, I know.
That is a talent.
I mean, we literally met shoutcasting. We are both fantastic at shoutcasting. I think it's so funny too, because maybe we even put together tournaments. Maybe we get our sponsors to provide stuff to us, and we put together tournaments with the community to bring people together instead of rip them apart in the Destiny community. And we say, hey, you know what? Let's do a bracketed tournament where we put people against each other and we just commentate, me and you.
We could do that. That'd be fun.
And then we could just, I could make a whole screen for it and everything. I think it would be so much fun. But that,
Rhino is the last one who hasn't had a chance to pop in here. Yeah.
Yep. Rhino, thoughts? Go ahead and chime in. What's your thoughts on everything? We'll do a wrap up.
Yeah, I mean, like we can sit here and kind of beat around the bush a couple of times and go in circles. Yeah, exactly. You know, versus the $100, you know, for the DLCs versus, you know, subscription services. And I think what people really need to like get out of that habit, and it goes into the instant gratification, like it is gone the days of, you know, it is just plug and play and it's perfect. You know, back in the day, you got the game and that was the game.
Like, blow out
if you
the
wanted
cartridge.
more content, if you wanted more content, you had to buy that game version 2, you know. So when we start seeing massive effects in economies and, you know, global things on global scales, you know, it's not realistic to have that plug and play mentality and expect everything to be perfect on day one. And you know, you can go teeter totter on both sides. You know, it is the company's their whole entity is to give you, the consumer or the gamer, the product that you can play in and enjoy. And you know, some of the people that are barking the loudest, you know, that say that they, you know, have this issue, that issue, the other issue, you know, they've got a whole lot of negativity to spread, but they're in the top like 0.01% of time played. It's like, if you are that emotionally furious and it's scarred and battled and beaten, you know, about a game, it's supposed to be having fun, man. Like, you know, if I pay $100 a year for a game and you know, I'm a cook. I've been a professional cook for the past 20 years until I blew my back out. And you know, you get into fine dining, you know, you do it right the first time or you do it twice. And you know, it's the company's responsibility to do the best we can. If they don't do it right, gone are the ways of Anthem. You know, if they're doing it right and trying to make amends, and you know they do it right the first time, you see games like Warframe, and you know it's just amazing. But you know you can't sit here and be on both sides of coin and play both sides against the middle and expect, you know, anybody to be happy about it. So finding communities like both of yours, obviously Ginja, obviously String, and some of the people that we've all been playing with, rather recently. It's about having fun, and it's trying to make those voices louder.
Yep.
So that the negativity isn't just like the first thing that people see, because even just running in LFGs and stuff like that, you get so many people that are just like.
Yeah,
it's a barrier of entry that don't want to look for the end game content because they see so much negativity around it, and it's just like
people are afraid to jump into it. That's why LFG is such a
we should have some fun.
Yeah,
I hate to put him on the spot, but he's got a camera on, so he's getting it. We took DJ through the raid, and his main DPS was Sweet Business.
Yeah.
I can tell you why you can't hit headshots, homie. You're spraying and praying from like 300 yards away with a chain gun.
At least we got it done.
Story of my life.
Oh,
Title of my solo sex tape. Spray and pray.
Because we didn't sit there and complain.
Oh God.
We could go through it and still laugh.
Yeah, but that's also too what Kaylee said, and everybody else, that's ran through with us. They literally said the same thing. Like, you guys are the reason why I got back into it. Is because we had that experience and it made them enjoy it again. And that is kind of the final words I will say on this, just so we can wrap it up, because we know we'll keep talking about this forever. But I will say this, is that, Rhino has valid points, so is String, so is Kaylee, so is Cyber, and everybody in this community, whether it's Destiny or games as overall, right? Me and DJ have talked about this for the last 7 years that we've known each other, and I will continuously say this till the day I goddamn die. If I die in this chair tomorrow, I will just say this. Be better to one another. Because guess what? That's why we do this. We don't do it just sit here to play video games all day. Yes, we love that. But we do better with it. We help out charity. We're helping others. We're not just, I got to a certain elevation, fuck everybody else. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that is the mentality that people need to have. And people can talk crap about either one of us or run their mouth or say whatever. People really know who we are and what we try to accomplish. And if you're out there and you feel like you've been mistreated in either Destiny or any kind of game, or you don't have a home, hit up me and DJ or any of these amazing content creators, because all of us, we want to build a better, safer, nicer, more comfortable, fun, enjoyable place that you can vent your frustrations, yes, but don't be a douchebag about it,
Yeah.
And be able to have a civil, intelligent conversation where people don't get pissed, but come up with resolutions to fix, better, or resolve bad or past issues, or even current issues. I mean, our world is already up enough as it is. The last thing we need to do is embed that into the one thing that gives us joy, and that's video games. So, on that note, let's go down the line. Let's have everybody say where they can find them, and that way everybody gets a little bit of love. We'll start off with TheCombatRhino, our editor, who is going to have fun editing this goddamn podcast. Rhino, where can they find you, buddy?
Twitch.tv/TheCombatRhino, Twitter @TheCombatRhino, and TikTok. Search me for TheCombatRhino. Thank you.
Nice. String, what about you, buddy?
Just twitch.tv/string_I. That's it.
Easy peasy.
Aye, Captain. I hear ya.
You can find me on Twitch. I'll be in Lost Drakes or DJ's chat most times. Kaylee photo.
He's like, I'm Kaylee at their chats.
They're great.
CyberSkull. What about you, buddy? What about you?
You guys will find me hanging around left, right, center. I don't have that much of a.
Yeah, make sure you do all your damn tests, okay? You better be a straight A student or you ain't getting shit.
Yeah. Yup.
DJ, where can they find you, buddy?
All right, you can find me most days of the week at DJBLUEPDX on all different platforms. You can also find me on Tuesdays and Thursdays at CLX Gaming TV on Twitch as we go inside custom builds and assemble them from the ground up. That show's Tuesdays and Thursdays starting at 11 a.m. Pacific. That is 2 Eastern.
Yes, nice. And CLX has been so great to both of us lately, and we're really excited. And hopefully we'll be doing a lot more with them, too, in the very near future. So, obviously, I'm going to be trying to go to Dreamhack Dallas with DJ. Things are still kind of up in the air right now. I'm trying to figure it out. But you can find me everywhere at TheLostDrake, across the board at every platform. And, yeah, I even created a profile on Kick, but I'll never stream there. But I do have one there if you want to follow just for shits and giggles. I don't give a fuck. And also, I mainly stream on twitch.tv/TheLostDrake, and we are partnered here on YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. Love us all goddamn day. And as always, guys, stay safe out there. Be healthy, happy, and please comment below and let us know how we did. We love you guys.
Love, peace, and chin grease.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.